Over here at Pawn Stars. Over here at Pawn Shop. Pawn Stars. Wow. Hayden. Oh, that's a dope ass painting. Oh, you saw that, babe? Oh, dope. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this on my shelf, you know, because I got the room. See, I bought this right here with straight cash, baby. Oh, the rocks, Jim.
Man, I should just go and get one of those.
$40, that's not bad.
I know, right? I should, huh?
Yeah, that's
Get her one.
$50.
Right here, I'm ring.
Oh, that's dope.
It's gold for you. It's called chump.
It's from Pawn Stars. Over here in the corner of the pawn shop. Come over here. Chum Lee's store.
Candy shop.
Catch the pink coin in midair.
Catch it, catch it, catch it. Hey, I got that thing. I got this thing. Big money, big money, big money, big money. See what we win. Any, mini, money, mo. Catch a butter, butter, butter. Any, mini. No. There you go. Nice, nice. You got it right.
That's good. You got it?
There you have it, a real payday.
What kind of payday?
I don't know.
You never know.
Wow, you did it!
Yeah. You did it, babe.
So let me see how much.
The year is 2075, and the people are being frozen out of time. Now it's time that we need a warrior, someone that's going to take charge and go by the rules of the law. We need Jessie to take over. Time for her to come back to the future. Jessie is going to purify herself, make herself younger again. Come babe, look at that. It's a water machine. It's a massager. She's awake. She's awake.
I'm awake.
In the year 2075. Are you feeling young again? Thumbs up. Yeah, but even the Statue of Liberty has a mask on. Look at that big old lion. Upstate New York. New York, New York.
Now it's humid.
Yeah. Bonnie and Clyde death card. Oh, yeah, look at the hose. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Damn, 34. Damn, yeah, this is a lot. Oh shit, hey, this is where they were at. Oh, fuck. Damn. All those shots. The last Cowboys. Outlaws, gangsters. Tommy Gunn. Notorious gangster of Dutch. Damn. Let's see, whose car is this?
Clyde Barrow was born to Henry and Huey Barrow on March 24, 1909 in Ennis, Texas.
Dirt switcher.
Not much more than sharecroppers, even in prosperous times. The elder Barrows barely survived cash crop to cash crop. It's a much-needed step up the financial ladder. Money problems intensified with the Great Depression made just getting by difficult. It was while they lived here that Clyde and his big brother Marvin, better known as Bluff, began running together.
One of us got plans for hard and we had, chip in the hip and all the family. Well, I guess in the early 80s they wanted things that...
You know what's sad? They were going to get buried together.
So I guess that was the best way to get them. Just go out and take something or something. And then after Clyde got in trouble, it seemed like that every time that he...
Yeah, every couple says that they want to be like Bonnie and Clyde, but after seeing that, I don't think so.
And I don't think they did handle things that the newspaper said they did. Clyde was I think he was a tender-hearted boy. I loved him very much. He was very good to me. He bought me my first, I don't know if he bought it or where he got it, but he brought me the first bicycle I ever in my life.
Born at Rowena, Texas on October 1st,
The shirt that Clyde weared when he got shot.
At age 16, she lived. Roy was caught during a burglary attempt in
Death certificate.
Bonnie and Clyde were, like I said, they were just kids,
Clyde.
very much in love with each other. And they would either reach over and smack each other on the cheek or something, and they was out, you know, always calling each other sweet names or something. But they were very much in love with each other. He loved her, she loved him.
Most historians have never understood the reason behind the formation of the original Barrow Gang. Clyde was sentenced to 14 years on 2 counts of car robbery and being transferred to the Field East prison, located just outside Huntsville, Texas. Folks who had previously escaped from East End described conditions which were so bad that many prisoners would mutilate themselves. Brooklyn prison labor fields. Managed by a corrupted brutal system.
The real pictures. That's crazy, dude.
And by sending small gifts on special occasions.
Clyde Barrow was always real close to his family. He loved his mother and he loved all of us. We were all real close family. And when he was in prison, well, he made this little necklace for me and sent it to me when I was a girl. Of course, it's about tore up now, but I've had it all these years.
While Clyde was in prison, Bonnie would visit him as often as possible.
We kept up with Bonnie. She come around the house, you know, to see Mama. And she stayed all night with us several times. And she'd write Clyde and tell him, your sister Marie's talking my ears off. So I guess that was a chatterbox or something. She'd write and tell him about it. But she'd stay all night with us and visit with us quite a bit. I liked Bonnie. She was just, you know, she was a sweet little old girl. She was real tiny and little, wore 3.5 shoe and was very tiny and just real sweet. And she was very much in love with Clyde and he was very much in love with her.
In the early spring of 1931, Clyde, who up to that time had always been described as being quiet and sensitive, was separated from Fultz because prison officials began to suspect that they were planning an escape. They moved Clyde to another camp there at East End, where he met, among others, Henry Methvin, who would later play an important role in the last moments of Clyde's life. And at about this time, an older prisoner named Ed Crowder trapped Clyde and sodomized him viciously. Clyde retaliated shortly thereafter by killing Crowder in the dormitory behind the columns. He hit him on the head with a piece of pipe. From that point on, Fultz observed that Clyde had changed from a schoolboy to a rouser. Clyde and Fultz also decided that when they got out of prison, they would form a gang, return to East End, raid it, and free as many prisoners as they could. Before the plan could be finalized, Fultz was paroled, and the forced labor inflicted upon Clyde intensified because of his new attitude. Clyde was so upset that he cut off 2 of his own toes in an effort to get out of the work. And unfortunately, on February 2nd, 1932, he was also paroled, which made he returned home a bitter and angry young man.
He just seemed like he just got meaner like or something or other. I don't know. He just, I don't know, he just didn't care much anymore about anything.
Clyde and myself started the Barrow Gang in prison. We were recruiting ex-cons as the other members of the gang. Of course, the original gang was Clyde and myself, Raymond Hamilton, who I got out of jail from Kenny, Texas, and Bonnie Parker got in by accident.
Shortly thereafter, Fultz and Hamilton were captured and sent to jail. Then, a new name was added to the Barrow Gang, William Deacon Jones, better known as W.D.
I've known W.G. Jones ever since I was a little kid, because W.G. Jones and his family lived down on the campground too. W.G. Jones was a handsome boy. All girls thought he was good looking. He had several good looking brothers too. He didn't recruit W.D. W.D. just wanted to go along with him, and he'd taken him off with him one time, and then he brought him back, like I said, and said, well, you go home because you're not, you know, nobody knows who you are, and and just stay at home. But he didn't do it. He hung around up and down the roads, left Eagle Ford Road, looking for Clyde to come by.
In West Dallas, gave additional unneeded publicity to the Barrow gang.
I know that at the time, and WD was shooting, and Bonnie made him quit shooting because she's afraid he would hit Clyde. But evidently Clyde pulled the bullet out with his fingers, and evidently he did shoot the policeman. Now, or WD did one, I don't really know which one did.
In late 1929, Buck Barrow, Clyde's older brother, was sentenced to 4 years in prison for burglary, but made a daring escape after serving less than a year. It was after the escape that he met Blanche Cadwell, and it was love at first sight. Even though he had been married twice before, theirs was a love story which matched in intensity that of Bonnie and Clyde's. Blanche was an attractive woman with a flair for theatrics. A serious camera buff, she was always either taking photographs or posing for them. She and Buck married after a short courtship. Later, as a result of constant urging by Blanche and his mother, Buck surrendered to the authorities and returned to prison in 1931.
W.D. Jones had just come back from a scouting expedition. They had just parked their vehicle in the garage, and Clyde was about to close the doors when he saw the officers coming up the street. The first officer out of the car was Newton County Constable Harriman. He jumped out of the passenger side of the front seat and ran around to the garage door that was open here and attempted to stop Clyde from closing the door. Of course, he had no idea who the man was or what to expect, but Clyde opened fire on him with the shotgun, caught him in the neck and the shoulder, and that was the first officer who went down. Bonnie Parker and their friend W.D. Jones. Now, this is interesting because it's the first time that they had positive proof that Bonnie was actually involved in shooting herself and not just Clyde and W.D. Jones. At this point is when the second officer, Harry McGinnis, was shot over on the passenger side of the car. About that time, the door of the apartment swung open and a woman come running out, screaming hysterically. She had a small dog yapping at her heels, and they both went down the hill here towards Main Street. The officers weren't really expecting this. They didn't expect to have a woman involved with bootleggers, so they wasn't sure if it was a girlfriend or a hostage or just what she was. They dropped the brake on the police car, pushed it out of the way, and then got in their Ford and headed towards Main Street. When they got down to Main Street, they picked up Blanche, who was still screaming and running with her dog, and got her in the car, and then they went south down Missouri. For the first time was able to see what Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow looked like. Before that, they were just names in the newspaper. In that batch of photographs was the famous picture of Bonnie Parker smoking a cigar. She told many family members as well as those that she had kidnapped, or that the gang had kidnapped, that she did not in fact smoke cigars, and that she wanted them to tell America that. She was embarrassed by it, but it was something that haunted her for the rest of her lives. In fact, if you look at the other photographs on those same rolls of film, you'll see that Clyde has that cigar in his hand.
On June 10th, 1933, just outside Wellington, Texas, Clyde's famous driving skill failed him. With Bonnie and W.D. as passengers, he lost control of the car, which skidded off the road, rolled down an embankment, and burst into flames. Before Bonnie could be pulled from the fire, her right leg was severely burned. From that day on, witnesses remembered Bonnie limping badly or being carried by Clyde.
Now, on July 18, school kids on the summer love because they were small and they were very young looking. The next day, Blanche went to Platte City to buy some additional medical supplies for Bonnie's burns. The local police there were convinced that these young people were in fact the Barrow Gang. The Missouri Highway Patrol and the Kansas City Police Department were then called, and a request was made that they come to the tavern and make sure that they were all very heavily armed. On Blanche and Buck's door. Clyde immediately opened fire through that garage door, wounding one of the officers and disabling the armored car with a barrage of his steel-jacketed bullets. At the same time, Buck and the deputy also opened fire with clip after clip from their BARs. And strangely enough, the armored car was pulled back, leaving an escape route wide open. It was during this wild melee that Buck was struck in the forehead with a .45 caliber slug. Blanche was hit in the left eye with shards of broken glass.
Man.
During a momentary lull in that action, the Barrel Gang all piled into one car and made their getaway.
Get out of there. Damn.
Driving east at speeds exceeding 80 miles an hour, Clyde skidded into the Dexfield Amusement Park and Campsite, located just north of Dexter, Iowa. The park offered the privacy needed to tend to the wounds suffered by Buck and Blanche. However, the discarded bandages, which were soaked with blood and the bullet holes in the car, began to attract the attention of the local residents. Finally, Dexter's 2 police officers began to add things up and didn't like what they found. They then called the Des Moines, Iowa Police Department for some additional help.
Within 200 yards of where they were camped, which is this area directly back of me now, we just stood there and waited. And all at once we heard the command. The guy yelled loud enough with one of the law officers to put up your hands and come out. The law was there. Well, all they got in response was a bunch of bullets.
At this point, it was every man for himself. Taking this exact route to the river, Buck and Blanche then went to the northwest, while W.D. and Bonnie hid in the underbrush next to the stream. Looking for a way out, Clyde, who was wounded during the shootout, crossed the river and moved into the cornfield.
We was out there getting the cows rounded up, getting ready to milk. I guess is about 5 foot out of the cornfield, and about, 3 or 4 minutes, and he was carrying Bonnie on his back, piggyback. And when he got her up there, why, he kind of let her down on the ground, and Dad asked him, he says, what do you want us to do? He says, you put one arm around your neck, and then he told me, he says, you put the other arm around your neck and carry her.
And then she got up from back of the log, Blanche, that's Buster. She had on a pair of boot breeches. She had on a pair of nice riding boots. And dark glasses. She didn't look too clean, but she says, my husband is lying on the ground, he can't move. Well, we didn't really believe that, so we demanded that he get up. And is he armed? She never answered that.
One guy's face and been shot a couple times, you kind of do as he tells you to.
I had hold of Blanche's one hand and a man named James Young at the other side. Musselman and a man named Frank Cody at Buck's hand.
How Vegas was made to educate you guys. 1931, legalized gambling. Gambling is legalized in Nevada. 1933, Whiskey Pete's. Oh wow, there are Whiskey Pete's here? Oh, he died. You own a gas station on the state line. Bootlegging have his enemy. Then, of course, Buggy Siegel. $6 million. Lucky Luciano. 52. Sand. Stardust opens. That's how Vegas is made.